All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome, or for some of you, welcome back to Clear the Shelters Bark Week, uh, presented by Google Meet. Now, for those of you who have already been here for the last two Google Meets that we've had for Bark Week, welcome back. For those first timers, just to let you know a little bit about what's going on today, we are going to be showcasing pets from a shelter in Irving, Texas, called Irving Animal Services today. And basically, what we're doing is a virtual pet adoption. Think of it kind of like speed dating, but for pets. Week, and we're posting a link right now so you can find out about the others. Just so everyone knows, before we get started, this event is being recorded for promotional purposes. So there you go. So Clear the Shelters, for a little bit of info behind the program that we're running here. Clear the Shelters is a month-long virtual adoption initiative. This is run by the NBC and Telemundo stations, and we've been featuring and will continue featuring pets from over 1,100 shelters from across the United States. You want to find out more about these shelters and how you can take part, how you can adopt or donate, go to cleartheshelters.com and you'll be able to see some more pictures of amazing animals out there who are ready to be taken home. And if you're not able at this point in time, if you don't have the means, if you don't have the space, if you don't have the time to adopt, this is also a donation initiative as well. So again, there's a multitude of ways you can help. If you can't take an animal home with you, donations help just as much and will have a profound impact on the life in one way or another of a very in need animal out there. We're also going to be sharing links in this chat about the animals that we're going to be showcasing at Irving Animal Services Shelter, so you can find out more information about an animal and if you would like, and if this is something that you would like, an animal that you would like to take home. So without further ado, we are going to now introduce you to Irving Animal Services out of Irving, Texas, and our representative, Corey, who is going to be walking us through and introducing us to some of the amazing animals there. So, Corey, how are we doing?
We're doing great. I'm in a room with this big guy named Pete.
That's
and he's
Pete.
our first guest today.
Hey, Pete. Now look at him. See, look, Pete even heard his name. Look at him. He's already talking to us. So tell us a little bit about Pete. Pete is I'm no expert here, but I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say Pete's a cat.
Yes, Pete is a very big cat. He's 15 years old, and sadly, he was brought to us because his owner had to go to a nursing home. So not only is he 15 years old, but he's 18 pounds. So he's an old guy and he's a big guy.
Pete's a big boy.
As you can see, he's super mellow and just a love bug. So he needs a place to retire from shelter life.
And how long has Pete been with you there at the shelter?
Just a couple weeks. He hasn't been here very long, but that's still too long for a 15-year-old cat.
So Pete's 15. Obviously, he's a male. He's got a fabulous sense of style.
I think so. He's a handsome guy for sure. And we put him with his Clear the Shelters bandana that we got from our local NBC station. So he's decked out for Clear the Shelters.
Now, since Pete, like you said, was previously owned, is he up to date? Is he current with all of his shots, vaccines, that sort of thing?
Yes. Every animal that gets adopted from Irving Animal Services has their vaccines, they're microchipped. They also get dewormers and a basic health check from our veterinarian. He's also neutered, so you don't have to worry about that. And so he's ready to go whenever somebody wants to come get this big guy.
How have Pete's spirits been? After being separated from his owner, does it seem like he's having some separation anxiety there?
I don't think so. What you see is what you get with Pete. He's a super chill guy, so he's just taking it all in stride. But this little bench is one thing. If he had his own couch, he'd probably be a lot happier.
Now, and again, I mean, Pete strikes me as, like you said, since he is a little later on in life, he would probably be a great pet for somebody who doesn't necessarily live the most active lifestyle and kind of just wants a cat that that just wants to chill with them.
Absolutely. And Pete's got his own bucket list. So, catnip, treats, toys, a soft place to lay. He's only 15, so he's got a few years left, and those last few years should be a riot for him if we can find the right.
I mean, he looks great for
things off.
He doesn't look a day over 14, I gotta say.
So
I was gonna ask, yeah. So how is he with other animals?
Yeah, he lived with other dogs and cats, but I caution people, not every pet gets along with other. They might get along with one dog, but not another. I mean, nobody likes a bad relationship. So whenever you do an introduction to animals living in the home, we do encourage people to take that slow to make sure they're compatible and we don't end up with a bad boyfriend-girlfriend relationship going on.
You don't want that. You don't want to put too much in.
Exactly.
So you said though that he previously lived with 2 other dogs?
It said dogs and cats. I don't know exactly how many, but he lived with cats and dogs.
And he's an indoor guy, I'm assuming, right?
He is, and him being outside would be dangerous for him. He doesn't have all the tools he needs to defend himself should anything happen.
And he won't, and you know what? He won't tear apart your, so he can't claw your curtains or your sofa.
He's still got claws on the back, but he'd have to be really busy to do something like that with the back ones. So he should be a safe cat for just about anybody. Like you can see, he's super chill. I don't think there's much that's going to rattle this guy. He's an awesome cat.
You think he is with kids?
We didn't get any history with him and kids, cats in general. I always tell people to be cautious with kids. You definitely want to supervise. But based on what we see with him in here, like I said, I don't think anything is going to shake this guy.
You can tell he's not one that is shy. He's shying away from the camera either.
No.
He actually doesn't like it. He's like, guys,
now.
Out of my business. This isn't my good.
I knew you were talking about him.
This isn't my good side. Oh, all right, Pete. Hey, it was good meeting you. Cannot wait to find you a great home. Now we're off to meet one of your friends.
Yes, we are. We're gonna go meet one of our dogs. So I'm gonna leave here. We're gonna move to a different room real quick.
Man, this is some animal shelter. He's got dogs cruising around the hallway. If I was an animal, this is the shelter that I'd want to. This place looks like, I mean, this is they got plenty of space to roam around here. And they got it all set up too. All right, Corey, are you on mute?
Hi, Jack. What you doing, buddy?
I think we got the wrong. Corey, bark twice if you're in Milwaukee. There we go.
Okay, now I can hear you. So my friend here is Officer Robert Reeves, and he's going to introduce us to obviously a German Shepherd named Jack.
Was it Jax?
Hey, I'm Officer Reeves. Nice to
Be cool! Be cool, Jax! The cops are here!
Yeah, the cops are here. No need to run. It's all virtual.
The cops are here, Jack. Wow, that is an absolutely amazing looking animal.
Yeah, that's a beauty, isn't it? This is Jack.
Yeah.
He was walking around the park with his girlfriend Diane when Animal Services located them and picked them up. So we got Jack and Diane. They're both available for adoption. So someone could adopt them both and keep the couple together. So he's an older, more mellow dog.
How old is Jack?
Jack appears to be about 8 years old.
8. Okay.
We say he's a pure bred German Shepherd because nobody's got any papers to prove us wrong.
Now, how? I mean, he seems like an incredibly mellow dog too. I mean, he seems like he's got a great temperament.
Oh yeah, he's super mellow. Came right up to me. I just met him here recently, and he's all about just coming up to my leg and being petted on. He likes to be pet behind the ears and everything. So he's all about just taking it easy and having a good time.
How much would you say Jack weighs?
No, I'd say, we don't want to call him fat or anything, so he's probably about a good 70 pounds, 70, 80 pounds.
70. Okay.
He might have put on some COVID-19 crisis.
Does Jack like having his belly rubbed?
I bet he does.
Oh yeah. Who doesn't? Who doesn't? Now, how is?
That's exactly right.
Now, when you found Jack, so he was a stray, or was he previously owned?
So they found him in the park walking around. They think he was owned by somebody, but he's been here at the shelter for a while, and nobody's come to claim him. So now he's looking for a new home.
How is he at chasing down suspects?
I bet he'd be pretty good. I mean, he probably just has to look up, A boy this size can just kind of look at the bad guy,
right?
And they'll kind of go the other way.
How about how do you feel like he would fare in an apartment? Does he have a lot of energy? Is he someone that's going to need a lot of space to roam around, or do you think he'd be okay in more of an apartment setting?
I think he'd be okay in an apartment setting. Of course, all apartments have different rules about big dogs and stuff like that, so you definitely want to check that out before you go and adopt him, and then realize that your apartment complex wouldn't let you have this type of a dog in your complex.
Yeah, you're going to see him.
He's definitely more on the mellow side, so he's not going to be that dog that requires you to take him out all the time unless he, sees something like he's seeing right now down the hallway that kind of piques his interest. So.
How about with kids? Is he good with kids?
I've never heard of a German Shepherd that wasn't good with kids, to be honest. So we haven't had any around him up here, but you can definitely come out here to the Irving Animal.
I've always wondered this. Are you there? Okay, and you always hear about German Shepherds having like hip problems. How are his hips?
I have no idea.
We don't know. He looks.
I definitely don't have any idea. Now, I know he's got a little bit of a heartworm issue, which is pretty common down here in Texas, but stuff has already started handling up with that medicine.
Let me ask you this, officer. This is.
So we do have him on a joint supplement, but it's more in his back than in his.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. I've always wondered this. Like when someone's out, if someone's like at the airport, like if a dog sees a police dog, does the dog say, "Oh my God, look out, it's the cops"? Kind of like how people, when they see cops, do dogs do that? You think? I've always wondered that.
Those 3 words that usually pop up when everybody sees the police, right? And I'm sure the dog said it's kind of to one another.
One more question about Jack. Is he microchipped?
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Okay, perfect. All right, amazing. What an amazing looking dog there. All right, Jack, you take care. Behave yourself.
We'll see you later.
All right. Thanks,
officer. All right, thanks a lot. Who is this?
That's Michael from DFW Humane Society. Daisy Sour Cream. And DFW Humane Society actually shares our animal shelter here in Irving, so both of us are in the same building. So I invited DFW Humane Society to crash the party with Daisy, and Daisy is a party crasher.
This is Daisy. What kind of dog is Daisy?
Daisy is a Boxer Labrador mix. So she's got definitely some traits of both. She loves to climb on top of things.
I can see that.
She loves to give hugs. She's only about a year and a half old. And
yeah,
she loves
you can tell she's got a lot of energy. Like you said, it's so funny how sometimes dogs her size, they get confused. They think they're like Chihuahuas. They think they're lap dogs. She probably doesn't understand. She probably doesn't get how big she is.
Yeah, she's definitely about 10 pounds. When she's closer to probably about 80. But she's the sweetest. She's just a love bug. She loves everything.
She looks like it. How is she? So, tell me a little backstory on Daisy. How did she? So you said that she is at the DFW shelter.
Right. She actually was originally surrendered to Irving Animal Services.
Mm-hmm.
And with our partnership, we actually rescue most of our pets at DFW Humane Society from Irving Animal Services. But I believe the owner surrendered her because she would jump up to give them love and didn't realize how big she was. And they decided they just couldn't handle that anymore. So, she surrendered her. She's a bit in that around here.
Imagine that. Imagine that. Your parents giving you up because you're too loving. Now, let me ask you this about it. Do you have to pay extra for animals to be chipped or have vaccines?
That's or she loves to give hugs, and they apparently weren't happy with that. Mostly because I think she just didn't realize that she was actually trying to knock them down. Not intentionally, obviously, but she's so sweet. She loves people. She loves kids.
Now, and let me ask you about Daisy. So, is she microchipped already?
Yes, she's already gotten her microchip. So whenever she goes home, we'll just get the paperwork submitted for the new owner's information to the microchip company, and they'll be good to go.
And if somebody wants to come in to see Daisy, do they have to make an appointment, or how does that work?
So what we're doing right now is with the limited access, we're asking people to check out either website, Irving Animal Services, DFW Humane, and look at the animals we have available and pick up to 2 pets that you'd like to meet. Then come to the shelter. When you arrive at the shelter, there's 2 phone numbers listed on the door. You call those numbers, let us know who you're wanting to meet, and we will get you in as quickly as possible to meet that pet and hopefully make a good pet match.
Well, I have a feeling that Daisy's there's gonna be a long line of people making appointments. So people, make your appointments now, okay? Has Daisy, to your knowledge, has Daisy had any puppies?
Not to my knowledge. I don't believe she has, but I don't know for sure.
Okay. And health-wise, she's in good health. I know that they had mentioned earlier that heartworms are kind of an issue around there. Do you treat for heartworms there?
Yeah, DFW Humane Society has a special fund called the Guardian Angel Fund that covers special needs medical treatment like heartworm treatment or broken bones, that type of thing. Daisy is actually tested negative for heartworm, so she gets her regular heartworm preventative each month that she's with us. So she's negative for heartworms and she's ready to go home. I'm sure with the first person that gets her the slightest bit of attention, she's going to be ready to jump in the car and go.
Aw. And then as far as fees are concerned, what fees are associated with adopting an animal there?
Our standard fees for dogs is going to be $100, so that covers the spay or neuter surgery, vaccination, the microchip enrollment, and a dewormer. And cats are going to be $85 typically, or $70 with Irving Animal Services. Of course, during Clear the Shelters week coming up here in a couple of weeks, all of those fees are going to be waived. So the adoption fees will be waived that week, and so she will be free to adopt August 24th through 29th.
So between August 24th through 29th, you're waiving adoption fees.
That's correct.
Okay.
Full DFW market. We have 60 shelters participating in about 400 areas for Clear Shelters this year, and all 60 shelters will be waiving adoption fees the week of August 24th through 29th.
Well, there you go, people. If you want, I mean, that's a great deal. A lifetime for free. And again, listen, and because the feed is a little bit fuzzy here, we're having sort of some connection issues. You can always feel free to go to the website, to Irving site, and you can see all the pups up close. All right, who do we have? Who do we have next?
We actually have a special guest coming up next, Johnny. We have a dragon. Are you ready for a dragon?
A dragon. Yes.
I guess we're having
I love dragons.
like.
Oh, wow.
Can you hear us?
Look at this guy. Now, who's this?
That's Dragon.
His name,
And he's got his Clear the Shoulders bandana on too.
look at that. I'll tell you what, you guys win the award for best dressed animals.
He was found actually in a road.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Go ahead. You were saying?
So he was found by an Irving resident. He was found actually in one of their rose bushes, and they brought him into it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I think we're having connection issues.
It's okay.
So he was found by an Irving resident. They brought him into us. Nobody came to find him, so he's looking for a new home.
Now he was previously a pet. He's not a wild dragon, is he?
We don't know his background, but he is very friendly, so my guess is that he was owned by somebody. He's not afraid of humans.
Do you know what kind of lizard he is, or what kind of dragon he is?
He's called a bearded dragon. It's one of the more common household lizards. They're super chill. They like to just sit on your shoulder.
Yeah, he seems super chill.
Very common pet.
I mean, he seems great. He seems great with people. He'll just hang out. He's almost like an accessory. You could wear him out in public if you wanted. Can you?
Some people do.
Can you? How big is he?
So he is about 1.5 feet from nose to tail. Bearded dragon can actually get up to 2 feet long from nose to tail, though. He's almost full grown.
He's almost full grown. Okay, so he's not gonna end up actually being the size of an actual dragon.
No, he's not. You don't have to worry about that.
Are bearded dragons, are they difficult to take care of?
They're actually very easy once you have the proper setup. So they do need a large enough tank that they can have 2 different temperature sides. So you do that with light bulbs. You have one side that is 90 to 100 degrees during the day, and then you have a cooler side that's 20 degrees lower than that. That way they can temperature regulate. They eat crickets and veggies, and they can have fruit for snacks like once a week.
And then what about? Do you think would he be a good pet? You think for a kid?
I would say an older kid.
Okay.
Just because they are not, the softest or cuddliest.
Yeah.
But if you know what you're doing, they're very nice.
And you said then his habitat would be like what, like an aquarium or something like that, some sort of like a terrarium?
Yeah, a terrarium. So it's gonna have glass sides, and you want an open top. for ventilation. And they do have some light requirements. You want a UVB light bulb that helps them to process calcium.
What
a little adventure here.
does he? No, he seems playful. What are their lifespans usually like? What's a bearded dragon's lifespan?
So if they're taken well care of in captivity, they can actually live up to 15 years. So it's a good long-term companion for you.
Wait, you said 15 years?
Yes, sir.
So how old would you think do you think he is now?
Our guess is somewhere around 2 years old.
Okay. So he's got some tread left on his tires.
Yes, yeah. He does. He'll keep it for a good long time.
Now, do bearded dragons, do they need like a companion, or is he good to just kind of be solo?
So specifically, male bearded dragons are better off on their own. They can be a little bit territorial, so they're happier by themselves.
All right. I mean, I'll tell you what. I've never necessarily been in the market for a lizard before, but I mean, this lizard seems like he's got a ton of personality.
Yes, he does. He's quite the character.
and I mean, and you're holding him like you would any other animal, and he doesn't bite, huh?
No, it's very rare for them to bite. They actually do so many other times beforehand, but they're very laid back creatures, and they like to be around people.
Wow! All right, awesome. Well, hey, Dragon, it was amazing meeting you. Do you guys have any other crazy animals for us to see, or?
We have one more, Johnny, if you have time.
All right. Okay, yeah. Who do you got?
We got a big dog named Stella, and one of my animal control officers, Josh Rentler, is going to tell you all about her. Hi, Stella.
Oh, wait, what's her name, Thor?
This is Stella.
Stella.
6-year-old.
Hey, Stella. Oh, what a sweet dog. Tell me a little bit about Stella. How'd she come to be in your possession?
So Stella was an owner surrender. Her owner lost his job, and he had to sadly give her up. But now we're trying to find her a new home.
What a great dog. And you said she's a boxer pit bull mix?
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's what we believe she is. But the best way to tell is through a DNA test.
Okay.
And we're curious too.
Is she in good health? How's Stella's health?
Oh, sorry, what was that? Health? Oh, she's very healthy. And she's very loving.
You can tell, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Her owner said that she loves to sleep on the couch. She loves to get kisses.
Aww. What? And how old is Stella?
So Stella's about 6 years old.
Okay. And how is she with other animals?
So the previous owner had other dogs and cats, and he said that she did great.
Great. Is she housebroken?
She is housebroken. She's made no mess in her kennel. She's always going outside, and she lets us know when she has to go.
She does. So she's well trained.
Very well.
And what about with kids? Is she good with kids?
She's very trained. She's very food motivated too. She very much likes her treats.
Amazing. What a great.
We haven't had any sitting around her. The previous owner didn't have any. But from the way she's been acting, so.
Man, she seems like she's in great spirits. So tell me a little bit more about her backstory. You said that she had an owner that had to give her up.
Yeah, so her previous owner, he did lose his job, and he did have to surrender her to us. But he said that she loved to sleep on the couch, loved to cuddle, loved to play with her toys.
Aw, what a great dog. And as far as she's in good health.
Yes, so she will have all of her shots by the time she meets here, and she's already microchipped.
Awesome. All right. Well, Stella, it was amazing meeting you. All right. I can't wait. You definitely. I tell you what. You can tell Stella's gonna find a home really soon. She likes. How is she with exercise? Does she like to exercise?
Oh, we went outside and we ran around, and she had a blast out there. She kind of wore me out, though.
Aw, so she's good outside and on the couch. Perfect. Perfect combination. All right. All right. Well, listen, I just want to thank you again, everyone there who is all the animals, all the reps there that brought us in to Irving Animal Services. I cannot commend you enough for what you're doing. It was an absolute pleasure to be a part of this today and meet all your amazing animals there at your shelter. Thank you again very much, Corey, for having us. I also just want to I want to comment on the shirt that you're wearing. I see that you're wearing the 2020 Clear the Shelters t-shirt designed by cast member Melissa Villasenor.
Yes, I am, and it's covered in dog hair now too.
It's perfect. That's what it's for, right? That's what it's made for, to get covered in dog hair. Listen, if you want to purchase the same shirt that Corey is wearing there, the link is in the chat. And again, all the proceeds will go to Clear the Shelters and to some animals in need. And also there will be links to all the shelters if there's any pets that you want to adopt there. I just want to once again thank everyone. Thank you, everyone at Irving Animal Services. Thank you, Corey. Thank you, Stella, for coming out. Don't forget to go to cleartheshelters.com to find shelters near you for adoptions this month, and to find information about how you can donate. Once again, this is an adopt and donate initiative. So if you don't have the time or the resources to take in a pet right now, you can always donate, and that will have a profound impact on an amazing animal there, like Stella. And if you don't want to go online, you can do it from the comfort of your cell phone by texting CTS 2020 to 44321. And again, don't forget to pick up one of the amazing 2020 Clear the Shelters t-shirts designed by cast member Melissa Villasenor. And again, you can get your own via the link that you just sent, that we just put out there. And again, all t-shirt proceeds go to the donation fund to help the participating shelters. So thank you once again, everyone, for coming out to Bark Week. This is an amazing initiative by Clear the Shelters. Whether you adopt or donate or pick up a shirt, it's all going to go to the same place, and it's gonna, and that is to help an animal in need. So thank you all very much. Thanks to everyone at Irving Animal Services. I hope every animal there finds an amazing new home. Thank you so much.